everyone. Just want to greet you from sunny Mozambique in the Southern Africa region. My name is Stephanie Williams. I'm a Calvary Chapel missionary, and I covet and thank you for your prayers. A lot of things are happening in the work in Mozambique. This year has been a year of interesting contrasts. A lot of wonderful blessings and answers to prayers, and a lot of needs still in the balance. I'm going to start, of course, sharing with you some of the blessings. For many years, I've been there in Mozambique doing a medical missionary work, establishing a small rural clinic with an emphasis on midwifery. I'm a trained midwife, specifically trained to become a midwife so that I could do this sort of work in rural Africa, using missions and medical work in conjunction with evangelism. There's quite a need in Mozambique for health care issues. A lot of people are without any care or options. So the need is great, but this year has been a year of release, of open door. It feels a little bit like the dam has finally just been let go and the water's just come rushing in. We've been praying for years for my educational degrees to be recognized by the country, and I finally came through. I took a test and passed by God's grace earlier this year, so I now have a legal license in the country to practice and run the clinic. And it's pretty exciting. That's my equivalency. Many of you guys have been praying for that, and it finally came through. I got my diploma in the mail with official stamps and everything, which is important in Mozambique. I got it just a month or so back, and thank you for those prayers. And we also saw the right nurse, the right staff. We've been praying for the right nurse since I landed in Mozambique, and all of the previous nurses that I interviewed just didn't have the Spirit of God in them. There wasn't an understanding of who God is, and with a heart for ministry and a heart for service. And finally God has brought me a beautiful gem. Her name's Madalena, and she loves Jesus, and she exudes a joy and service-hearted prayer, and she's a gem. So continue to pray for her, that she would be strengthened. She's quite elderly with a lot of years of experience, so she's teaching us a lot of the tropical medicine stuff that we don't know. So that's a huge answer to prayer. And then in addition to that, I've wanted extra help in terms of long-term missionaries, and Sherry Graham, a missionary out of Calvary Chapel Mesquite, came to join me this year, and she has been nothing but a gem. And I love her, and I'm excited to work alongside of her. She's coming to assist us in what we're doing, and pray for her transition to long-term missions, learning the language, learning the culture. There's quite a big change and gap, and just excited to see. She's a wound care specialist, for those of you who don't know her, and it will eventually be heading up some of the outreach into the villages once we start getting our head around what's happening these days. Earlier this year we also were able to open the clinic, but it was a temporary opening. We learned a lot of things, and saw about 50 to 100 patients a day. A lot of wound care, a lot of malaria, a lot of chronic issues, and just learning to run the clinic with the right systems and the right staff and the right medicines and everything. And we had to close the clinic earlier, or just a month or so back, 2 months maybe now, because we discovered we were missing a few important papers, and just wanted to do it right. And the Lord was convicting us that we were going too fast, and we just slow it down and do it right with the government, so that we were in accordance with the laws of the land. It came as a surprise to me that we were missing any papers. I thought we were finished with that, but I'm excited to see what he has in store for what's next. So pray for the signature, pray for the clinic to get all of the last little things so that we can open again really soon, and just receive the right teams. If y'all are interested in coming out and visiting us, please let me know, and pray for us.